The contract between the big three automakers and members of the UAW, well, it comes to an end tomorrow night at 11:59, 1 minute before midnight. As the possibility of that strike continues to loom, we talked with the chairman of the UAW, Local 2209. 21 Alive News reporter Samantha Condra is live in studio now with that story getting us started. Samantha?
Linda, the strike is looming, but local UAW leaders tell us it's likely they don't go on a strike here.
We could be working without a contract after midnight. Very likely.
As the negotiation deadline arrives, a strike from the United Auto Workers Union seems more likely. But local UAW 2209 bargaining chairman Rich Letourneau says that they could continue to work at Fort Wayne Assembly.
It's a little uncertain how the strategy is going to work, and the uncertainties about it is difficult for us to explain to our members yet, because there's a very good chance that we're not going to go out on strike.
Letourneau says not knowing what to tell their members is the hardest part.
And the membership right now is anxious, but this is something that's never happened. We can't tell them who's going out because we don't know who's going out. We can't tell them if they're going to strike or get laid off for a lack of parts. We can't even tell them about strike duty yet because we don't know if we're going to be on strike.
He says normally if you're making progress, you extend the agreement, then find an end date for the extension. That hasn't happened.
They have not indicated that they're ever going to sign an extension. That's been from the onset. They made it very clear, the president did, that they are not going to sign any extensions for GM, Ford, or Chrysler. So without signing it, that means you're working without a contract.
And if either side declares impasse, things could get worse.
You can strike and still talk. But if you strike and stop talking, either side exits the table and they say, well, you can't go any further, we're done, then they declare impasse. That's where things get thrown out the window.
A reminder that the contract between the two ends tomorrow night at 11:59, and we'll continue to update you as we learn more.
Sam, thank you so much. Experts say a strike could, of course, make a pretty sizable impact on our local economy. 21 Alive News reporter Taylor Williams sat down with the director of the Center for Economic Education. She's with us now. Taylor.
One of the biggest factors is how long a strike could last if one starts. Each day the strike could cost the three big automakers hundreds of millions of dollars. With General Motors being the second largest employer in Allen County, anything affecting work at the plant will have an impact on the local economy. The effect will spread to other local businesses that support GM's assembly line, eventually impacting retailers, restaurants, and local businesses who could see a decrease in spending. That was the case in 2019 when the strike lasted 40 days. And this time around, economists predict the strike could look just a tad bit different.
Right. If everyone goes on strike, they got maybe 3 months of money, and then the well runs dry. Right. They run out. So if they're a little more strategic in how they approach it, they can make that last even longer.
But what happens if the UAW gets everything they asked for in this new contract? I'll have more on how that could impact the economy tonight at 6. Taylor Williams, 21 Alive News.